Okay, hi you guys. Thank you for having on. I'm debating on whether or not I should turn my camera on because I am a hot mess express right now. Let me see what I look like. Whoa, do I look green to you guys or is that just me? Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my iPad. You guys, I'm going to talk to Megan tonight. Megan's at 12K. Do I look green to you guys?
No, you're there, but your background's green with like the earth behind you.
Coming to you live from outer space. So I'm just gonna distract you. I'm gonna shut it off. I have Megan on tonight, you guys. I'm so excited to talk to her or to have her talk to you guys. Megan is a powerhouse. She's a mom. She works full time. She runs a successful business. She's like one of the busiest people I know, and she's just amazing. And she reached 12K. She got $12,000 bonus. She's never lost it. She's always in my top PPA. So we are going to, yeah, please mute yourself. We are going to hop into some questions for her. And then if y'all have any questions at the end, or if you have anything in between, just pop them into the chat and then we'll answer them. So Megan, hi.
Hi.
Can you give people a little bit of backstory on yourself?
Absolutely.
One second, I'm going to mute everybody, then you have to unmute yourself because someone's
okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, there we go. So hi guys, my name's Megan. I am a 12K. I've been with the company now for a little over a year. It was a year in February. So a little bit about me. I am a mom of 3. I'm a nurse full-time. I work weekends, Friday through Monday. So that's why I look like this. I actually just got home from work about an hour ago. So I work full-time as a nurse. I've got 3 littles. I'm a cheer coach. My husband's a football coach. So we are busy. We are busy, busy people. I kind of fell into the world of network marketing about 7 years ago. I was a single mom before I met my husband. So I kind of looked at network marketing as a way to make money quick and still be able to be around my baby. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for me. Prior to Lavelle, I was with 6 different companies. All 6 were epic fails. Wasted a lot of money. I did it all. I did other health and wellness. I did makeup. I did nails. I did bags. I did candles. You name it. I tried it and I failed. So then came Lavelle and here I am talking to you guys tonight. So yeah, that's it. That's a little bit about where I came from.
Okay. So, and you came into and like you just took your whole business like by storm, and you came in and you were like, lucky number 7, I'm not playing around. I'm going to make it happen this time, right? Because you needed it that bad. Well, you love the products. I remember you got the products and you loved them.
Yes.
And you said, I'm not messing around this time. You came in with your eye on the prize and you flew to 12K. Can you give a little bit of insight on how you did that?
So me joining was a little bit of, I wanted it, but I was hesitant because of all my previous failures. My husband, when I tried the products, was like, Megan, no. Like, I'm glad you like them. You can be a customer, but come on, like you can't sell more stuff. Enough's enough. And that's the mindset I came in here with. And then after like 1 or 2 Zoom trainings and talking to Brittany and talking to Katie, I was like, no, I definitely have my hands on something more than like, okay, I'm just going to get my products for free. And I had so many people, and I know this was the wrong way to start this, but I had so many people to prove wrong. I knew what I had my hands on, but I also had so many people doubting me. So many people being like, oh, here she goes again. And I'm the type of person that if someone gives me a challenge, I'm like, oh no, game on. You don't think I'm going to do it? Watch me. So that's kind of where my mindset was when I started. And I said, nope, I'm doing this. I'm building a team. I'm going to the top, and that's it. And I didn't take no for an answer from anyone.
So what did that look like for you? Like when you first came in and you first started, what did that look like for you? Were you calling people? Were you posting on social media? Were you getting in front of people? I know when I first started, I did a living room local. What were you doing to take off and make this different than everything else?
So when I first started, I was really hesitant because I was scared. I was afraid of what people were going to say on social media. So I started with my family, which looking back, it's like they were all sick of me. But your mom, your dad, like they're not going to tell you no. And thankfully they didn't. And they're still a year later customers of mine. So I started with family. I started with people I knew. And I did post on social media, although I was afraid. I did it. And I didn't post like I was selling something. I literally just posted about how I was feeling, like how I was getting through my day. When I started, the baby was 6 months, 7 months. So I was like a new mom all over again. My two older kids are teenagers. So it was like brand new mom life all over again. So I was literally just posting how I was feeling. Anything that I was doing, when I was out with the baby, I was sharing that with people. Like, look what I'm able to do now because I have the energy and I feel good enough to do it. So I was pretty much talking to anybody that would listen, and I wore my DFT where anyone could see it so that people would ask me what I was wearing.
Love it. You know, and I always tell people too is when I came into this business, I really wanted to turn my camera on, but for some reason I'm sitting in front of a parent green screen. You know, when I came into this business, I leaned on my parents too, and I leaned on my friends and my family too. And I, you know, to hear those stories where it's like, oh, you know, Megan joined and her parents supported her because they're her parents, and Katie joined and her parents supported her. You know, that's not normal. Sometimes, you know, your family might not support you, and
Half my family doesn't.
Not to, and you know, and
but
I think you need to ask yourself, you know, in 10 years, are these people going to be paying my bills? And the answer is no. I mean, realistically speaking, in 50 years, you are probably going to be the one paying your parents' bills. So
I'm going to tell you guys a funny story right now, and I'm going to try not to say it too loud because I'm not really supposed to know this, but my brother, I'm sure you guys see him post on my Facebook sometimes, busting my balls, always busting my balls about what I'm selling, or, oh, I'm so tired today. Maybe I need one of those stickers. Like, just a jerk. He's my little brother. That's what they do. My little brother's getting married this year, and he's having a way overpriced wedding. And guess who he came to for money? Me and my husband. So, you know, the big sister bully in me wants to be like, oh, well, maybe you should stop making fun of me and try what I do. But
what is that saying? First they laugh, then they ask if you're hiring.
Yep.
That's so true.
It is.
So that's so funny though. Well, congratulations on getting married. Okay, so the next question was, how do you keep your motivation? Because I know even, you know, whether you are a powerhouse and you're go customer after customer, or, you know, you're one of those people who there's a few weeks in between each customer, which is also okay. During those times, no matter who you are, there are hills and valleys, right? Like this industry comes with the ups and the downs and the ins and the outs and the curves, and it's never a straight shot to success. So when you are having those dips, or you're having those, you know, week or so in between where you feel like, okay, I'm a little bit stagnant, how do you keep yourself motivated through those times?
And you know, guys, those times, they happen. Let me tell you, like, it happens. You know, in the beginning, I was really hard on myself. I'm like, oh man, it's happening again, you know, and I want to give up. But then I'm like, no, you know, I made a promise to myself and I made a promise to my family that I was going to do this. So I do whatever it takes. Sometimes I need to lean on my friends. I reach out to Katie. I reach out to Brittany. I reach out to Allie. I'm like, guys, you just tell me to cut it out. Tell me to pull my head out of my ass. I need that. That's the kind of reinforcement that I need. I need someone to tell me to cut it out and that I can handle it. I am huge on personal development. I listen to podcasts and meditations every night before bed. I listen to, you know, manifestation podcasts. I listen to the meditations I listen to are like manifesting wellness and manifesting financial freedom. And I literally put this like ridiculous looking headband on. It's got headphones, and that's what I fall asleep to every night. and then I'm waking up with that. Like my subconscious is picking that up, and I'm waking up and I'm doing my journal every morning. Ever since I started that daily journal, that gratitude journal, it has been a game changer for me. I thought it was the silliest thing when that was suggested to us. I thought it was so stupid. I'm like, what is this really going to do for me? And I did it through that 12K challenge that we did, and it has literally changed everything for me. Absolutely, Amy. I can, let me grab my phone. So I like Kayla Craft, the Mommy Millionaire. I'm going through my list. Hang on. The Manifestation. Let's see. Oh, the Ed Mylett Show has been a new one lately. That's good. Let me tell you. I like that one. The MFCEO Project is a really good one.
Let me just throw a disclaimer out there real quick to you guys. You know, it depends on the energy that, you know, you want to put out. So depending on the kind of person that you are, you know, Kayla Craft is huge. Kayla Craft is amazing. I love the Angie Lee Show. I love Bucci Radio. But these are women that I just named. Those are the women who are more encouraging. Like, you are amazing, and, you know, go out there and you're worth it, and fight for your family and your kids. They're very, very nice.
And then you put on the MFCEO Project.
If you are going to listen to Ed Mylett or the MFCEO Project, which are phenomenal, they are going to swear at you. They're going to tell you to get up.
You can't listen to that with your kids in the car.
No children. But, so don't turn that one on and be like, oh my
And that's not a good one to go to sleep to either, because it jacks up. Like, I listen to that and I get fired up. And guys, seriously, I'll literally just go on YouTube and put in like motivational speeches. There's this one guy, he was a college football player, Inky Johnson. Look him up, Inky Johnson. His story brings me to tears, and I listen to it like once a week. And it's the same story every time, but his story brings me to tears, and he's so motivational. Goes to show you that, like, you're not your surroundings, you're not your circumstances.
I think you just have to figure out. So, like, for me, it's so different than Megan. Like, I love personal development. It's my thing. It's my jam, you know, but like, there are times where, so Kristen's my sponsor. She's the one that I enrolled through. And, you know, if I'm ever feeling that kind of way, I'll be like, Kristen, like, you need to talk some sense into me. Like, I will come to her and I'll say, talk some sense into me right now. Like, do it, because I need it. And I feel like this and this and this, you know, and it's okay to do that. You need to figure out whatever gets you through it, whether it's pouring into yourself or leaning on somebody or reading a book or going to the gym or doing something that you love that makes you feel good. You know, for me personally, it's also my kids. I don't care if you're my mother. I don't care if you're my upline, downline, sideline, my pastor, somebody from, you know, another mom at my kid's school. Like, you are not going to derail me from my goals, because my children are worth more than the opinion of everybody. My children are worth more than the opinion of anybody on this planet. So find something that brings you to this business that makes you want this so bad that you don't care who it is that says what. You don't care how long it takes you to get there. You don't care, you know, how low your lows are or how high your successes are. It doesn't matter. No matter what happens, your why is so strong that nothing's going to stop you from reaching that. So, and if you can get through your first, can you hear my daughter? If you can get through your first, like, what do they call it? I don't know. I'm having this whole brain fart here. Your first, like, freak out, whatever, where you're just like not having it. If you can get through your first low, you can get through all of them.
Yeah, because the first one is the scariest. I mean, if it's not taking off right away, like, if it's okay if you don't hit your VIPs, it's okay if you have a low. That doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful, but it's how you respond to it and persevere through it that shows where you're going to go with this business. I can't turn my computer around, but you mentioned your kids. I actually have 2 dream boards hanging in my office where I work from. I have one over here that you can't see right now, with all my material things, all my material goals. So that's right at the door of my office. When I walk in and out, I'm looking at that every single time. In front of my computer, right here, where I look at every time I sit down at this desk, it's pictures of my kids, my husband, motivational quotes, and I'll show you this one
Yes,
thing. This
queen.
every single day. I'm a 12K right now, guys, so I have every badge up there that I haven't hit yet. So I'm hanging the 40, the 80, and the 200. And you better believe every time I hit one of those, it's coming off the board. So I hang that, it's at my eye level. I'm staring at that every day when I sit at this desk.
I literally love that so much. I didn't know you had those up there. Ooh, that makes me excited like all over again for you. Okay, so the next question, here's the juicy one. What are your IPAs? What are your income producing activities? Some people call them DMO, daily method of operations. Your non-negotiables. What is something that, whether it's the slowest day, the busiest day, you're sick, kids are crazy, what are things that you absolutely have to get done?
So I do these every day. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard these already because we tell you to do them every day because they work. I do my birthdays. It's the first thing I do after I do my journal. I don't care if it's 5:30 in the morning. On the weekends, that's when I get up. I'm sending birthday messages. They'll see it. And they'll be like, wow, she was thinking of me that early. So I do my birthdays. I interact daily at some point of the day. And I do it in a chunk. So I'll like set a timer on my phone for 20 minutes. And I'll take that 20 minutes and be like, all right, I am interacting now. So that I'm not mindlessly scrolling. I'm working intentionally. And I'm just scrolling. And you know what I like to interact on lately is stories. So I'll like be clicking people's stories. And if they like post their dinner, I'm like, oh, that looks really good. Because that's going to their inbox. It's not going on their wall. So I'm starting conversations with people. So I do that daily. I kind of just pop through the stories and I write to people. Oh, your baby's so cute. Oh, look at a new puppy. You know, so then I'm creating conversation with people that's not Thrive related. It's not sales. I always make sure that I share 1 to 2 Thrive posts a day. I check in with my team. Even if you have one person on your team, check in. This weekend, I knew I was going to be jamming at work, so I just sent them graphics that I had pre-made that I saved in my phone with like some IPAs, some tasks for them to do that I'm also doing. So I'm not sending these out to my team and I'm not doing them as well. That's something that's really important to me. If I'm being given a task, I would, you know, like if Katie gives me a task to do, I know Katie's going to do it too. So, you know, try, even like I said, if there's one person on your team, reach out. How's it going? Do you need me in any 3-way chats today? Is there anything I can do to help you? You want me to chit chat with some of your customers? Let's get some of your auto ships turned back on, things like that. So that's something I do daily too, is I reach in to my team chat and check in on them. Those are my daily, like no questions asked. I don't care that I worked a 13-hour day today. Those all got done.
You know, and I love that so much too, is because people will come to me and they're like, Katie, I need to know what you're doing. You only posted on Facebook like once yesterday and you still signed 2 customers. Like, how did you do that? You guys, I'm telling you, it goes down in my DMs, like for real. I am building relationships like a mother. I am responding to stories, you know, and when I do scroll on my newsfeed for those few minutes or whatever periodically, instead of commenting on someone's post, I'm messaging them. There was a girl on my Facebook, her son's in the hospital. I could have been one of those 100 people who commented and said, I'm so sorry, I hope he feels better. And she probably would have looked right over it. But instead I messaged her and I said, oh, that poor honey, tell him that I'm sending my prayers and I hope he feels better. And we got into conversation. Right. So they're going to remember that one person who messaged them versus the 100 people who commented or whatever. I'm literally just making friends and conversating all day long. And as far as what she said about taprooting into your team, I seriously, like, I'm in a few of my leaders chats, or I'll go through our page because we have a separate page as well. I don't care if you're my personally enrolled or not. So if Megan enrolls someone who enrolls someone who enrolls someone, I'm going to take time that day, depending on how big your team is. Even if it's 1 person a day, 5 people a day, I do 10 people a day personally. And I just reach out and say, you know, I want you to know that I'm always here for you. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm thankful to have you on this team. Anything I can do for you? Do you need me at all? And I'm telling you, I think in this business, a lot of people get caught up in just working with their personally enrolled, right? So, oh, well, these are the people that I enrolled. These are the people I'm going to help. But here's the thing is, you know, I didn't enroll Megan, but let's pretend I did. I enrolled Megan, and I'm so busy working with her that I'm not paying attention to anybody that she's enrolled. You know, Megan ends up quitting because it happens, unfortunately. Her team's going to go with her. Her team's going to leave with her because when she's gone, her team's got nobody to lean on. They don't know who I am. So I'm constantly building relationships with everybody in my downline. I don't care who you are, what level you're on, when you came in. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. I'm building relationships with everybody because I want you to know, come hell and high water, I'm here for you. So that's what I do also. I'm just conversating and growing relationships with our team. So I love that. The next one, Megan. Oh no, I lost our message spot. 1 second. Okay. After that was, how are you growing your network? I know your warm market, which was your friends and your family, we're kind of tapped out. They're kind of tapped out with you.
Big time tapped out.
7 years and 7 companies. So
yep.
How do you grow your network? Because right now, I believe, if I remember correctly, you're the top third in our team's PPA. So how are you growing your network, and how are you turning these people into future customers and promoters?
So I am really big on that referral program. I push the crap out of that Refer To Thrive Free. I have from day one, and people love that. People come to me, you know, I'll get a customer and who will just order, you know, they'll see me posting whatever. Oh, I want to try what you're doing. Okay. And I'll say, all right, I've got minis for $25, or we can give you $25 off your first month. You know, some people feel a difference in a day or two, but most people need 5, 10, whatever. So most people will go with the month because they're getting money off. I'm a credit hoarder, so my credits are for my customers. And as soon as they get their order through, I'm like, all right, I want you to get me in with 2. Think of 2 people that you think need this and get me in a chat with them, give them my phone number, whatever, however you want to do this, but I need to talk to them because I'm going to help you get your products for free next month. And then I get wait, what? I can get my products for free? Yeah. And I explained the whole program. And I think last month I had 4 customers thrive for free.
That's genius, because I think when people think of growing their network, they just think of, oh, I got to get in Facebook groups. You know, I personally grow on Instagram, and then I bring them over to my Facebook. But people just think Facebook groups. People just think, you know, I'm going to go mass follow on Instagram. But what you're doing is you're tapping into your customers' network. So you're selling a mini, and you're having them get you into chats, and you're having them tag you.
And I've done these. I think I've shown these on Zooms before. I kept them close by again. If they do buy minis, I always I bought these scratch off stickers from Amazon. And I always put something underneath them. Like last month, I had some codes that were expiring. I had 10% off and free shipping codes. So guess what? Everyone got a scratch off that was 10% off or free shipping. So I always tell people that, you know, if you get me some referrals that at least want to buy a mini, you know, they're getting a little freebie in there from me. Most people from the scratch off will cash those in. I always put expiration dates on them too, especially if we have some kind of promotion or something going on. I make sure there's an expiration on the scratch off so that I'm still setting myself up to meet my goals.
I really need to get those scratcher things. I've been thinking about it every time
people get so excited. They're like, "Oh my God, I won!" And I'm like, "Haha, I know."
I know you won. I made you win. You know, and that's the thing too, is I feel like I've been there. I know you've probably been there, and so many people on this Zoom have been there. Where Kristen, she gets them on Amazon.
I'll put the link in the I'll share it when we repost the Zoom. I'll put the link to my.
You know, Amazon. And there are so many people who will order just to get that 10% off.
Yep.
You know, like Lord knows I do not need any more Bath and Body Works candles, but when that email comes through, free shipping weekend, guess who's buying more candles? Me. And I don't need them. I mean, obviously we feel like everybody needs Thrive, but some people, it literally just is that free shipping, or they're waiting for that 10% off. Some people,
and I literally can't stress enough to take care of the customers that you have that order. Take care of them, because you wouldn't have a business without them. So spoil them. If you have the capability to send them credits, like one of my customers, she was my like second or third customer, is still ordering to this day. So 13 months later, still ordering. So you better believe she got some credits on my 1 year anniversary.
And even if you can't afford anything, that's the thing though, is that like people love getting stuff in the mail. Send them a thank you card, man. Like
right here.
we're all adults here, right?
I send thank you cards to all my customers.
Yeah. Half the stuff we get in the mail now, I mean, I'm assuming everybody on this Zoom pays bills. Half the thing that are coming in your mail are bills. You know how exciting it is to get something that doesn't take money from you? Yep. Send them a card. Let them know that you appreciate them. So I love that also. And I love that you said that you tap into their network. Okay, so the next question, you kind of talked about it a little bit just now, but as a 12K, what is the importance to you of getting out minis? How many do you think you get out, maybe like per week or per month basis? And how do you do it? How do you get them out?
So honestly, when I first started, I set a goal of 5 minis a week. I can tell you I probably did that one time. I have lots of people reach out regarding minis, and I kind of flip them to just ordering and trusting me, which has taken a long time for me to build, because in the beginning it wasn't happening that simply. So what I did in the beginning, what I still do now, if I'm like having a little bit of a slump, or if I'm like, ooh, I could use some cash right now, is I'll do like a post up, like, comment, and share kind of thing, where I put up a post and I'm doing a drawing for a free 3-day mini, and I'll be like, oh, tag 2 friends if you're already a current customer, tag 2 friends that you think need Thrive. And I reach out, I do the drawing after however many days. I usually do those on the weekends. So there's a lot of people on social media just scrolling on the weekends. It's when I'm working, so I'm able to still get some interaction on my page. And then I do the drawing, but after the drawing, I reach out to everybody. So like last month I did one. I have my list here because I'm still working off of it because I had that many people. So there's 2 pages. So I reached out and I highlight them after I talk to them if they bought a mini or if they ordered, so that I can kind of keep track for myself on who I'm talking to. But after the drawing, I would message everyone and be like, womp womp, you didn't win, but anybody that entered, I'm doing this special. So it makes everybody kind of feel like you're giving them an individually customized deal. Like, oh, my minis are normally $25, but I'm doing them for $20 with free shipping. And you make it. And I did that one night last month after my drawing, and I sold 3 6 days and 5 3 days in one day, just from taking the time to sit in my office for an hour and work down that list of everybody that commented on my post.
That's exactly what I do. I have never thought to do the whole tag 2 people, but what I've done before is I've done like a 3-day giveaway, and I just said, comment below if you want to win one. Just say me, or have a picture up that's like sleepy mom, tired college student, jeans don't fit, joint pains, need more energy, whatever, and say comment below which one is you. And then you can go through and you can message all the people who didn't win, and say, hey, I'm so sorry that you didn't win, but what I'm going to do is, as a thank you for you trying, is I'm going to give you $5 off, or I'm going to offer you this 3-day mini, but I'm going to throw in there a sample of Rest instead. For me personally, I always put a Plus Line product in those 3-day minis.
Yeah, so do I.
Some people literally will get the 3-day mini from me, and they're like, well, I felt good, but that Rest, let me tell you, I loved it. And then they'll go and they'll order the Rest and not the 3 steps. And they would never have ordered that had I not given that to them. So it's literally, you guys, even if it's something, it's $50 for a box of Rest or a box of Activate. That is 30 3-day minis that would each get a Rest. I mean, you can make a lot of money if you sold 30 3-day minis. A heck of a lot more than the $50 that you spent to get the box in the first place. So I love that also. And another thing that I do real quick, I just wanted to throw on top of that, is I do polls on my Instagram story. So I strategically will do these giveaways or these polls on Thursday/Friday/Saturday, because that is when corporate America gets paid.
Yes.
You know, I've done it on like a Monday or a Tuesday, and everyone's like, oh, well, I do want one, but you know, I gotta wait till Friday, and then come Friday, they're like,
and if they're waiters, set the reminder thing in your messenger.
yes, and that tells you too that like that tells them that you're serious. But so I will purposely do that around payday. That way they can't, oh, give me till Friday, because hello, girlfriend, it is Friday. So if you want one, they're gonna be ready to grab it that day. So I will do that. The polls on Instagram, something that works for me, you guys, is I will share one of my 3 steps every day on my stories, sometimes 2, but always at least 1 every single day. Even if it's my shake, I'll just hold up my shake and say step 2. I'll show my capsules and say jumper cables. I'll show my white label and say white label is bay, whatever. And then on that day where I do that poll, I'll throw all 3 steps in. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, here's what it does. Do you want one? And they've been watching me all week. They've been trying to piece it together. What the heck is she doing? Every day she does something different. Bam, here's what it is. And, you know, I want to try it. And it literally, I mean, there was a week and a half straight where I just did my shake every morning. Just a small video of me making my shake. And finally one girl was like, what the heck are you doing? Like, what is it? And I got her on a 6-day mini. She loved it. She turned around and she became a full Thrive Experience customer with Burn. So it's super, super important to get minis out. So that was all the questions that I had. I know it's only like 9:30, which is super awesome because you're not going to be holding up anybody forever.
I know, I was trying to make it quick, but like full of goodness.
Yes. So if anybody has any questions, they can go ahead and throw them down in the chat. You guys, Megan's a powerhouse. Like, Megan is goals. Is there anything that you wanted to say, Megan? Just kind of like let people go with a bang, drop the mic.
We give you guys some mic drops.
Yes.
So, I mean, the biggest thing I can say is, and it took me a long time to get here, a long time to find this in myself, but to be yourself. Like, I was somebody else for so long. Not that I was somebody else in particular, but I wasn't me. I hadn't found my passion. I was looking at dollar signs and not anything but that. I was a single mom. I was struggling. I was grasping at straws, pulling at whatever I could, copy and pasting from wherever I could find. I was using my inspiration and turning into that person instead of using it to mold me. So that, like, and people can tell. So be yourself. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Be proud of who you are. Like, get in their face and let them know you're not afraid, that you're proud of yourself. Find that inspiration. You know, like Katie said, you know, no one can take her away from, like, she does this, you know, she looks at her kids and that's huge and that's me, you know, like, I look at those little faces on my board and I'm like, I'm not going to let them down this time. I'm not going to let myself down this time. Another thing is, like, you're so much more than Thrive. Like, when you go through your Facebook, like, I'm a football mom. I just happen to sell Thrive. You know, I'm a wife. I happen to sell Thrive. I'm a nurse. I happen to sell Thrive. So you're not what you're promoting. You just don't be ashamed of who you are. Thrive just makes you a little better. And it's okay to miss those bonuses, but it's not okay to quit. So you may not hit your VIP. You may miss the iPad bonus. You may not hit these big bonuses that are out in our faces right now. But that's okay, because those bonuses don't define you. They don't define your business. But it's not okay to quit. It's not okay to give up on yourself and your family and people that you're doing this for. You just have to remember why. And you can't be lazy and expect this to fall in your lap. So, you know, I have people come to me and be like, Megan, I'm not signing customers, or I'm not doing this. And I'm like, well, let me go look at your Facebook. And they haven't posted in 4 days. So you can't just post once a week and expect this to work for you. You have to be as in as you can be, and you have to push yourself. You have to go outside your comfort zone. Believe me, a year ago, you wouldn't catch me talking on one of these lives right now. I'm still kind of like, am I really doing this right now? Am I on this Zoom? Because the girl 6 years ago, 4 years ago, failing at everything, wouldn't dare be on one of these trying to teach you guys and show you guys what I do. So just don't give up that belief in yourself and just keep pushing yourself every single day, and it will happen.
Your growth game is so strong.
It blows me away sometimes. It's crazy.
You're such a different person than who you were, a year ago. And I love that you said to be authentic to you guys. It's okay to look for people for inspiration. It's okay to follow people. But at the end of the day, you guys, you are you. You are a football mom. You are a nurse. You are a college student, or a stay-at-home mom. You are whoever you are, and you are not.
Be proud of that. Be proud of who you are.
I tell people every day, every time I talk to them, I say, find 5 things that define you. Thrive is going to be your 6th one, but what are 5 things? Is it your beliefs? Is it you are DIY or a fire wife, or do you like dogs, or do you like Target, or like whatever it is about you? Are you about empowering women? I know Kristen is big in like body image and empowering women. Whatever makes you happy. Those 5 things, and interchange you talking about those 5 things. Every day, talk about one of those 5 things, because you want to build the trust of your network. Your vibe attracts your tribe. If you're putting out there content that is not you, you're going to start bringing people to you that you can't mesh with, right? So like me, I put out there who I am. I said this earlier, I love Jesus, but I like to swear a little, and it's okay. And I go out there and I am who I am. And you know what happens? I attract people who vibe with me, and I attract people who I can work with, who are the same as me, who have the same go mentality as me, because I'm getting what I'm putting out there. So if you're bringing people to you and you're like, I can't vibe with these people, what are you putting out there? If you're attracting people who think this is a get rich quick overnight scheme thing, are you making it seem that way? I'll get on my Facebook and I'll say I've hustled my butt off for 3 years to make the income that I make. And I'm attracting people who are going to be willing to hustle for 3 years to make the money they want to make. When you get up there and you're like, oh, you want to post on social media and make money? They're going to join, they're going to make a post, and they're going to be like, where's my money? So you have to make sure that you're putting out like quality content that's going to attract the people that you want to work with.
And right? Real, true content. I can't tell you, and I'm ashamed of it. And this is from previous companies and previous things that I was taught, but I was posting things that weren't true. But I made X, Y, and Z, and it wasn't true. So then I had people coming to me saying, how come I'm not making that? Guess what? Because I wasn't either. So just be truthful, be genuine. If you made $25 last week, that's okay. You didn't spend it. It's $25 more than you had last week. And guess what? Next week, now you're going to make more. So don't be ashamed of what, no matter how small or how big your check is, be proud of it, because it's more money than you started with.
I think people underestimate the power of $25 also too. It's like, you and I and everybody on here, we all know the power of residual income. We all know the power that this industry can have, and the residual income and the amount of money you can make. We know. But to everybody else, they don't think so. They go, I can't make $10,000 a month. What? Me? No, I can't make $20,000 a month. Right? We know we can. We know it's possible, but they don't think so. But if you present it to them, you got to present it to them like, I'm going to help you make $50 a week. I'm going to help you buy diapers and a can of formula. That's a hell of a lot more believable than I'm going to help you make $10,000 a month. So share the little things. You don't see me up on my Facebook talking about, I did this and this and this and vacations and fancy cars and diamond rings. No, I'm talking about how I'm staying home with my kids and helping pay bills, because that's really all we want at the end of the day, is to help pay bills.
And it's not the norm to go from no network marketing experience or 6 failures to making $10,000 a month. That's not average. It doesn't usually happen. So putting out there what might happen to somebody else but didn't happen to you isn't okay. But it also, you don't want to set people up for false expectations. My first paycheck here was $14. I transferred it to credit. So you don't want to put out what you're not doing yourself, because you don't want people to come in expecting to join and next week make that $6,000 bonus, which some people do, and that's bomb, and that's freaking awesome for them. But it's not the typical way it happens. So you just don't want to set people up with false expectations when they join, because they'll give up on themselves so much quicker if it doesn't happen.
So true. So true. You are amazing, Megan. I love you so much. I hope that somebody got some value out of this. I could just listen to you talk forever because I feel like I just vibe with you so well and I just love you. So I don't think I saw any questions in the chat. I'll check one more time. Oh my gosh, maybe I did. No, I didn't. It's just Kristen. Woo! All right, you guys. Well, thank you for hopping on. Y'all are amazing. I hope you learned something. Hope you had some kind of fun or laughed a little bit or got some kind of value from this. Y'all, this is the boom season. This is amazing. And I am telling you right now that if you are not working this month, y'all are crazy, because this is bringing us into the summer. This is the start of something phenomenal. And you could be ending off 2019 as a 200K. And I firmly believe that with every single bone in my body, if you start right now, if you do it right now and you don't wait. I fully trust our CEOs. I love this company. I love these products. I love everything that we have to offer. And this is going to be the momentum. This is where the momentum is going to start to carry us through the summer and into the fall, through conference, through the new CBD product release, which I'm so excited for. So start now, you guys.
This is not the season for excuses at all.
Let's do the thing.
Excuses don't make winners. My coach always told me that.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Okay, so thank you guys so much for hopping on, and I will talk to y'all later. Have a good week, you guys.
Bye, guys.